Good morning. This is Around the House with Kay and Tom. This morning I'm just going to make a simple meatloaf for dinner tonight. I've got a pound of ground beef chuck. I'm going to use tomato soup, Panko breadcrumbs, half a cup of Panko breadcrumbs, half a cup of onions, 1 egg, a third cup of just regular milk. This is 2%. I always use 2%. It's a teaspoonful of Worcestershire Sauce, a teaspoonful of Italian seasoning. We're going to bake it at 350 for about 50-55 minutes, and we'll check it. And when the temperature gets 165, we will know that it's done. First thing I'm going to do to even get started is I'm going to go ahead and cut up my half a cup of onions. Okay, I have a half a cup of onions cut up, and this is a pound of Hamburger, and this is 80-20, 80% lean, 20% fat. And I'm just going to get it mixed in a little bit. And we're going to put everything in one bowl, and when I get it all mixed in together, I'm going to put it in I've got a 2-quart casserole dish. I'm going to spray with olive oil Pam, and we're going to cook it at 350 for about 55 minutes. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my egg in there. And since I'm only using 1 pound of Hamburger, I've just got 1 egg, my half a cup of onions. I'm going to use a half a cup of breadcrumbs. There we go. We're going to use a half a cup of breadcrumbs, 1 teaspoonful of Worcestershire sauce. That gives it a little bit of a different flavor. And 1 teaspoonful of Italian dressing. And we're going to get all this stirred up, mixed up a little bit. We need a third cup of milk. Just make sure you mix everything together pretty good. You don't want any dry breadcrumbs in it. Mix it all together. And I'm just going to use Campbell's tomato soup. And we're just going to start with probably half of it right now. Just a little bit, just about half of a can. Get that mixed up. And you want it to be sort of sloppy, wet, because if you don't have it mixed good and enough tomato soup, or some people use ketchup, it will be dry, and I do not like dry meatloaf. So we're just going to make it just a little bit wetter. Good thing about this is all one bowl, mix it together, put it in your dish, let it cook, and that's all you've got to do. There you go. And that's a lot better. You can put your salt and pepper in it now if you wanted to flavor it, but I usually wait and salt and pepper mine when I get it on my plate. Okay, I now got my hamburger all mixed together. I'm going to spray my casserole dish. And we're going to make this into a loaf. And if you do fix 2 pounds of hamburger instead of 1, double up on your recipe and do 2. You can put both. If you get a dish big enough, you can just make 2 loaves and cook it all at the same time. So we're just going to lay this in our dish. And I'm going to take some more tomato soup. And we're just going to put over the top. And today I'm just going to put a little bit of ketchup on top of it. When you stop and check it, if you add more ketchup on top, it'll give it a nice little color on top, and it flavors it more. So that's a little bit of tomato, just ketchup. Okay, I'm not going to cover my meatloaf when I'm cooking it. Some people do, you can, but if you leave it uncovered, it gets it a brown, sort of crispy on top, and I just happen to like that. So I'm going to bake it at 350 for 55 minutes, but I will check it in about 30 minutes. And I am going to cook it in my Ninja because it's just so much easier here for me to cook instead of the big oven, but you can do either way. Okay, now this has been cooking for like 50 minutes. Let's just see. Well, it definitely is not done. Okay, it's supposed to cook till it's about like 165 degrees, and it stops off like maybe 150. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put just a little bit of some more tomato soup on top. But it is getting crispy on top, like the way I like it. And I'm going to put it back in the oven, and we're going to cook it for, let's cook it 20 more minutes. But it definitely is beginning to look good. Okay, I had let it cook to about 20 more minutes, so let's just see. It definitely should be done now. Oh yes. So what we're going to do now is take it out and put it on another plate and slice it. Let it cool just a little bit and slice it up. There's my meatloaf. It really turned out good. Now let's cut into it and see what it is. Definitely done. I've got my dinner ready. I'm going to pick some mashed potatoes and string beans, and that will be my dinner. And again, this is Around the House with Kay and Tom. Just a simple meatloaf. Join my channel. Give me your comments. And come back to see me.